Good afternoon, resellers and Thomas the Train fans. I had promised you another Thomas video the other day when I picked these up at yard sale. I got all these trains for a lot of $40 and $2 and 50 cents. So we're talking 42.50. I have in on all these trains. I made some Thomas videos before asking how I did because I hadn't researched anything at that point, and a lot of people, I didn't know a lot of names of the trains or the prices, so I did a little research beforehand for this one. Since a lot of my Thomas videos have been popular, one is just approaching 20,000 views. I've gotten a ton of new subscribers, and I appreciate all the comments on those videos. If you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe, especially any of the Thomas fans. I want to keep doing the Thomas videos for you guys, along with my yard selling videos and a few gaming videos here and there, and some miscellaneous stuff. But I went through here and put on the price of every train, what it's going for on eBay, what kind of train it is, and the name, and then whether I plan on keeping it for the collection to try to do more Thomas videos with it, or whether I'm going to sell it on eBay, or whether I'm going to take it down to the flea market. So let's get started. Right here in front, we got Talking Salty. He's pretty banged up, a little beat up, so I'm probably not going to keep that for a collection, but I will sell it on eBay for the reason that the talking part works, and that might be harder to find. It usually goes for about 14, free shipping on eBay, so probably get about $5 or $6 after fees and shipping. You see there, Talking Salty on the bottom, learning curve, and then you press the button and then he talks. So yeah. Then we got here in front, we got a Thomas. I'm not going to keep too many regular Thomases, but this was in pristine condition. It is 2002 Take and Play. It's too cheap for eBay because all the Thomases go pretty cheap because there's so many of those made, but this is in great condition, so I'll probably keep that for a collection piece. Then we have a Percy. Got 2012 diecast. Pretty good shape. Condition, like, it's not perfect. It's got a few marks here and there. It'll go to the flea market. It doesn't sell well on eBay, and I'm not going to keep it for now because Percy's so easy to find, and I'm going to just put that one down at the flea market. I have a $2 3 for 5 bin down at my flea market where they buy all the Thomases, and none these trains on average I paid about $2 or less for. So even if I send it to the flea market, I don't lose money. And then we got a Spencer with his tender. The tender's beat up bad, and Spencer doesn't sell very well. This is all Take and Plays, by the way, right now, and they don't do as well as wooden and motorized, but usually sells for about 13 with his tender. So I'm going to probably just take that to the flea market. Definitely the tender's going to the flea market for somebody that wants to fix it up. You see all the spots on there. And then the regular one's not in too bad shape, but yeah, again, he doesn't sell well, so he's going to the flea market. Spencer. And then we have a Toby 2009. It has spots on this side, so that's going right to the flea market. Will not be collecting, will not be selling on eBay. Then we have James Muddy. It's James Muddy Mess, it's called. When I looked it up, right there on the back of the one tender, it says that. There's James Tender. So it has all three to the set, and comps are going for about $20. It's in really solid shape, though, so I'm probably going to keep that for collection. But again, out of the $40 or the $30 Take and Play batch I got off eBay, right there would get after fees like 12 of the 30 back. So I did pretty well on the eBay lot and on the yard sales. Actually, I'm sorry, I actually spent $72.50 on all these. I forgot to add the eBay, what I spent on eBay. So it's $72.50 I spent, not $42.50. But I did very well. there is one little mark here, so I just saw this one. We got 2009 Birdie diecast, take and play. I put on here in my note that it's in great shape, and I'm going to keep that for the collection, not sell on eBay. Usually sells for around $17, but there is one little mark there, so I'm probably going to keep it for now, and then once if I can find a better example, I'll sell this one and put the other one for somebody that wants to paint it on eBay, and then send the other one to Flea Market. And we got a 2006 Rosie. She doesn't have a number on her car though, but she goes for about 10 to 15. But again, she's in great shape as well, so I'll probably keep her for the collection for when we get a nice big collection video. I might set up some tracks here in the warehouse as well. And we got Billy, and Billy Wood. It's probably going to go to the collection. It has a few marks there on the top, but not too bad. So he only goes for 11, free shipping on eBay. So not really. I could sell it on eBay, but I'm definitely not going to sell it until I find a better example. And he'll be a collection piece for now. Next, we have Troublesome Truck diecast. He goes for about $11 on eBay. He's nice enough for the collection, though. Really no marks on him, so we'll be keeping him. And then we have Terrence 2002 Take and Play. He doesn't go on the tracks. He's got the treads on the bottom like a tank. He goes for about $11, but we'll definitely keep him. He's in great shape, no marks anywhere, pristine condition. Next, we have Victor 2009 Take and Play. Probably not collection. Got some marks over there. He goes for $9 on eBay. But I'll probably send him to the flea market. If I do keep it, I may keep him for the collection temporarily. But I do see some Victors here and there. He's not marked up too bad, so I may keep him as a collection piece until we find something better. But otherwise, that one will go to the flea market eventually if we move it out of the collection. And then we have a Gordon and Gordon's Tender wooden railway. The Gordon's pretty bad, but he does have his tender. So I'm not going to keep him for the collection, that's for sure. But I may still put him on eBay since he has a tender, because a lot of people paint those and fix them up on their own, and they like when they have their tenders with them. So I'll probably sell that on eBay. All right, here's the note I had for that. Yeah, I was debating that, but it usually goes for with a tender 13 to 20 on eBay. With the marks, I could probably get more like 11 or 12 with the tender. Then we have Harvey. He has a few marks there on the side, but pretty good shape overall. One just sold on eBay for $15 free shipping, so I get about $6, $7, $7, $8, maybe $8 back after fees, shipping, and promotion. I'm thinking I'm going to keep him for the collection for now. He just has those two little spots, so right there above his name, not too bad at all. I can always get somebody to paint these too, but I'll keep him for now, and then if I find one without the spots, I'll put that one on eBay. Got a crane that is Kevin the Crane. I thought he'd be worth more because I never saw him before, but he's not that rare. He goes for about $10. He would go to the flea market, but he's in pretty good shape, so we'll keep him for the collection for now. Still don't see him around much, at least when I'm out finding trains. Now we got Harold the Helicopter. A few marks, but he's in this shape on eBay. He goes for about $15, but I'm definitely going to keep this one until I find one in better shape, because I haven't seen him before, and he's a pretty cool one. Even though he's not an actual train helicopter, I kind of like the ones that aren't trains because they're different. Then we got a Souter T-Rex exhibit and a box car. I was debating whether to I'm probably not going to collect any of the box cars. Wooden. These are both wooden, but they don't sell well on eBay for me. I had them before. So I'll probably take the box car to the flea market for sure. And the T-Rex I might keep because it looks kind of cool with the bone and skeleton on top. That's a fossil car. But I'm debating whether to keep that for the collection or just... Either way, it doesn't sell too well on eBay. I think I sold one, but it sold for like $8 free shipping. After fees and shipping charges for me, I'm going to get the same amount at the flea market anyway. Next we have Whiff. He's not quite as common, but he goes in this shape. He's a little messed up. He goes for $15 on eBay. So if I can get $15 for him in that shape, I'm going to just sell him now because I'm pretty sure the next one I find should be in a little better shape because he has that white mark right there. But even the ones that are marked up are selling for about $15 on eBay. So yeah, he's going on eBay. Next we have two Thomases. I'm not going to be saving regular Thomases because they're so common unless they're an absolute perfect condition. They do not sell on eBay either. So I'm going to be taking both those down to the flea market bin. Next, we have Henry Wood and Henry's Tender. In this shape, it sells for about $15, but it's really banged up, so maybe in this shape it would sell for even less. So I'm probably just going to take both to the flea market and not keep him in the collection. As we're getting through about halfway done, anybody that's still watching and enjoying this content, again, please like, comment, and subscribe. Help grow this channel. We are getting very, very close to being able to monetize the channel. Once we can do that, we can hire an editor and really start upping the quality of this content. And now we have 2009 Take and Play Salty. He doesn't go for much on eBay, and he's in great shape, so he'll be going in the collection. Now we have a rare one. I knew this was rare when I saw it, because I've never seen him before. It's here. I've seen the Tender, so I knew it was Hero. Well, once I saw the Tender, I knew that's Hero's Tender number anyway. But Patchwork Hero Tender and Patchwork Hero. Different colors. I guess that's why I call it Patchwork, but it's really cool. Not the normal hero you'll see, and I thought it was pretty rare, and I was kind of right. It goes for about $24 on eBay. It's going to be a great collection piece, though. It's everything about both of them is in perfect shape. This one hasn't been played with much, so that'll go right into the collection, and that's a nice one to find out in the wild without having to pay up. Next, we have Diesel Diecast. He's in great shape, and Diesel doesn't sell too well from times I've gotten him, so he's definitely just going right into the collection in that shape. You can't see a mark on him. And here we go. Next, we have Caldy. Caldy goes for about between $10 and $13 on eBay, but great. She's actually, I don't know if Caldy's a girl or guy. I guess he's a guy, but anybody knows that, let me know in the comments. But either way, no marks, so, and it doesn't sell for anything crazy, so that's going right into the collection. Now we have a Paint Splattered Thomas Wooden Railway. Usually sells between $11 and $15 on eBay, but this one's not in good shape. That being so, eventually he's going to end up at the flea market if I find another one. That being said, he's so cool that I'm gonna keep him in the collection for now, just because I love that paint splatter design. And until we find one in better shape that's not marked up like that, we are gonna just keep that one for the collection and then eventually put him down to the flea market. Next, we have the Souderline Caboose. I don't even know if I want to collect this personally. But yeah, he goes between 8 and 13, and he has a few marks. So Maybe at some point we'll collect him a collection, but we're not going to keep this in a collection anyway. At some point, it would have to be replaced one way or another. So he's going to go right to the flea market. Then we have Smudger. He's a pretty rare one, I noticed. I never heard of him before, but he has a little mark on the bottom there. But up top, he's in pretty good shape. He goes between 25 and 30 on eBay. So it's tempting just to sell him and get some of the money back. But for now, we're going to keep him in the collection. I doubt we'll find anything better than that without just painting it, having somebody paint it on that we know or something. Because there's only one little mark on the bottom, and up top he's in great shape except for a few close ones right there. So Smudger's going to go in the collection for now. It's nice to find him in the wild without having to pay up on eBay. And next we have Bash. Bash is a relatively rare one. He only goes for 15 on eBay though, but a pretty cool one to have. You don't see him very often. He's got that grinder wheel on the back, learning curve. I wish the wooden ones put the year on them. I don't know if they're mostly all from the same year or not, or how to figure it out. I guess if you put the number down there, you might be able to figure it out. But so I haven't been figuring out the years on any of his wooden railways, but he's in great shape, so he's going to be going in the collection. Next, we have Scruff, wooden railway. Pretty good shape. He's going to go right in the collection. You see a little mark there, but you have to look really close to see the mark, so he'll definitely be the collection piece also. Now, one of my favorite ones we found. I never expected this to be James when I first turned it over, because James is red, but this is Busy as a Bee James with his tender. So finding him with his tender, and he has some marks, but he's not that bad. Even he sells between 20 and 40. Probably in this condition, with the tender, he'd sell for around $30, which would pay for about half of all this stuff. Well, after fees, like probably a third of it. But either way, probably keep him in the collection. If we find something better on him or the tender, we will sell this on eBay and replace it, but for now, yeah, that one's really cool, so that one's going in the collection. Now we have the number 4 car, Gordon, 2001 diecast. I don't really care for these long ones as much. Let me know in the comments what you think of them. I don't know if I'm going to bother collecting these. I'm going to sell them for now and not collect any of the long ones. If I decide to start, I can, but this one's got some marks on it anyway. But he'll probably sell for about $12 free shipping. Probably get about $4 or $5 for him after fees and shipping then. And then we have one more of those. This one is Edward, 1989. But he actually even sells for less. Like 11 free shipping and not in the best of shape. So I'm going to probably just send him to the flea market. And we got Wooden Spencer. He's pretty banged up, and his tender with it, even though he has his tender with him, he's got so many marks. I don't know if those can be cleaned or not, but some of them are chips, but that one might be able to be clean, but I'm not going to deal with it, so I'm going to, and Spencer doesn't go for the most anyway, so I'm going to send him right to the flea market. We got Sir Topham car. Goes for about 10 free shipping. We'll put him in the collection. I don't really know if I want to collect him, but I guess you have to. If you're going to have a Thomas collection, you got to have Sir Topham hat. Then we have a Sir Handle diecast. I've had this one before. Sells between 13 and 17 usually. But this one's in great shape, so I'll put him in the collection for now. Except not sure if that, I think that mark's supposed to be there, so yeah, he's going in the collection. And a few more, we're almost done. I didn't expect this to be quite 20 minutes, but I got to rambling a little, I guess. But we have Fearless Freddy. He's in awful shape. It's all banged up. Normally goes for 12. Not going to sell it on eBay. Somebody could paint him up, but I'm not going to keep him for the collection. or even think about fixing him up. But he's going right down to the flea market, even though that'd be kind of a cool one to have. I don't really see him very often. There we got another Thomas Wooden. He's going right to the flea market. He's marked up anyway, and like I said about Thomas's, they don't do as well. And we got Stafford Wooden Train. He sells between 17 and 22 on eBay. I've been lucky enough to the expensive ones have been in really good shape. They don't seem like they've been used as much. And this one sells between 17 and 22 on eBay. So he'll be going right to the collection in that shape. You can't find a mark on him. And we have Gator, another one, sells between 20 and 25 on eBay, and another one in great shape, so pristine shape. He's going right to the collection. I love when you find the rare ones in good shape. And then I did want to mention we do have a few other Thomas trains I had from before here at the shop that I was piling up for this video, but I didn't want it to get too long, so I'm going to put them with the next video. I'm not sure I know I got them all pretty cheap, but I'm not sure what the prices on them will be, what I'm in for. So I'll put them separate with whatever I come up with on the next batch. This one, when I couldn't find the name. If anybody knows if it's Diesel, D199. Some people wrote Diesel, but I couldn't. I know Diesel's usually black, so couldn't figure out who this is. If anybody knows, you let me know in the comments. But he's beat up anyway, and usually only goes for 12 free shipping on eBay in better shape. So he's going to the flea market either way. And then we got Annie, Wooden Railway. She goes with Clarabelle and then Thomas. She's not marked up too bad, pretty good shape, so I'll probably just keep her for the collection for now. But man, I don't know if I want to keep Annie and Clarabelle. I'll probably, I guess, get one or two examples from them. I've also debated whether do I want to have them wood or motorized, and what I want to do I want to try to keep collecting all the different kinds. But we'll keep Annie for now in the collection. Pretty good shape. And then we have a Thomas Winter Wonderland. I thought that might have been a little more rare, but it seems like most people have it. He goes for 13 free shipping on eBay if in good shape, but this one has some marks. But since it's got the Wooden Wonderland version, I'm going to keep it in the collection for now until I find something better. If I find a better copy, that one will go to the flea market. And finally, we have Stepney Wooden Railway, and that goes for 15 usually on eBay, but it's in great shape, so that'll definitely be going in the collection as well. All right, I do like to thank everybody that watched. We'll try to get another Thomas video in the near future. Until then, definitely be some more yard selling videos coming up. Hopefully one on this Saturday. I haven't checked the weather or what yard sales we have coming up. And on my Super Tecmo Bowl gaming video, the football video where I have Jerry Rice getting 888 yards, I got a comment the other day about someone saying I did against the Patriots in preseason, tried doing it in regular season. So I may start putting some regular season Super Tecmo Bowl games up of me beating up on the computer some. And I do want to, just on the simple preseason game, try to get to 1,000 yards with Jerry Rice. So if anybody watches any of the other videos, but any Thomas fans, I'll try to get another one up in the near future. It kind of all goes on how many trains I find when I'm out yard selling, or if I start buying some lots off eBay. But thanks everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this Thomas video, there's one up. There's 3 other Thomas videos up, and there's one. It's only a couple hundred views for 20,000. So check those out too, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for future Thomas videos. Everybody have a great day and a great rest of the week. See you on the next one.